I would keep working and I would stay low key. And the reason for that is, as you know, when you have a little bit of money, what ends up happening is people just come at you. Whether you possibly won a lawsuit, and if you've won a lawsuit, you know what this is like, or maybe you inherited something and now all of a sudden your third cousin from your stepdad's side wants to come out and say that they're related to you. But what you should be focusing on, especially if you win the lotto, and then you can even see this from the other way of, look, even if it's not the lottery, what if your specific lottery that you won is possibly a big sale that you just hit? So now you have $100,000 commission laying around, just collecting dust. What if you hitting the lottery was that new job promotion that you received, that now you have an extra 500, 600, $700 a month laying around? I wouldn't do anything with that money for 60 to 90 days. Now, I probably lost half of my listeners just off of that alone. But the reason for that is, if you, let's say, are riding a high, well, you're going to go out and you're going to do things with it. You're going to go out to the world's fanciest dinners. You're going to go out and you're going to buy your mom a car. You're going to buy your dad a car. You're going to buy your ex-wife a car. You're going to buy your ex-husband the Mercedes-Benz he always wanted, but he couldn't really take you out to get your own nails done. Ladies, I'm helping you out here. But when it comes to you actually using that money, within the first 60 to 90 days, there is still a lot of psychological and emotional attachment to money. And so what you end up doing is you end up treating, let's say, $2 million the same way that you would $200. This is why, again, we go back to 3 and 5 millionaires, or people that become millionaires overnight via lottery, are broke within the next 2 to 3 years. The spending habits are still the same. You start picking up the tab everywhere you go. People all of a sudden want to start hanging out with you. And so instead of you guys going out to Olive Garden and enjoying that 3 for $25, which I love to do myself, you now want to go to the most expensive restaurants in your city, where you're going to be having caviar, some measly old wine for about $90 just for you. Continue to live your lifestyle as if the money wasn't even there, because it lets you come back down to your senses. You are now going to be paying a little bit more than what you're used to. And odds are that if you're watching this, you might fall within the 40, maybe even 50% of Americans that don't have to pay any taxes in this country. Now, that's fine. But when you lie now within that next bracket, now you're considered the 1%, well, you have a nice little 35+% tax break that you now have to pay. So let's say if you had $2 million at a 35, you're looking at right around $600,000, give or take, maybe 625, 650. Have fun, but in moderation. Because again, it goes back down to the third point that we had, where if you are having excessive fun, you start to train yourself with this new amount of capital that you have, that it's okay. And again, you start to create more emotional habits that shouldn't be there to begin with.